Hey everyone! So, you're thinking about becoming a lifeguard in the great state of Montana? That is an awesome choice. In this explainer, we're going to walk you through the entire process, from that first jump in the pool all the way to getting your official certification. Let's dive right in. Are you on the hunt for a job that's, more than just a paycheck, something where you're actually learning skills that could save a life and making a real impact on your community's safety? If you're nodding your head right now, lifeguarding might be the perfect gig for you. Look, the need for good lifeguards in Montana is seriously high, and the benefits are pretty great. We're talking competitive pay between $15 and $21 an hour, but way more importantly, you're gaining skills that will stick with you forever. Think CPR, first aid, and serious rescue techniques. Honestly, that kind of responsibility looks amazing on a resume or college application. All right, so you're interested. But what does it actually take to get certified? Well, your whole journey starts with a physical test to make sure you've got the swimming chops to get the job done.
Before you can even start learning the life-saving stuff, you have to prove you're comfortable and capable in the water. And listen, this isn't about being an Olympic swimmer. It's about showing you have the fundamental strength and stamina to handle a tough situation if one pops up.
So let's break down exactly what's in this test. This is pretty much the first gate you've got to pass through to become a certified lifeguard.
Okay, there are three main parts to this pretest. First up, you've got to swim 300 yards without stopping. Then, you'll tread water for a full 2 minutes, but here's the kicker, you can't use your hands. Finally, there's a timed event. You have to swim out, grab a 10-pound brick from the deep end, and get back in under 1 minute and 40 seconds. Yeah, it's a challenge for sure, but totally doable with a little practice.
Besides the physical side of things, there's one other big requirement. You got to be at least 15 years old by the very last day of the class. This makes lifeguarding a fantastic option for high schoolers looking for a serious, skill-building summer job.
So, you've passed the physical test. Congratulations! Now comes the really important part, the course itself. This is where you learn the skills that truly make you a professional lifeguard.
The whole course is about 26.5 hours, and it's designed to make you a pro. As you can see, this is not a boring lecture class. Most of your time is spent on hands-on training. You'll spend a huge chunk of time on rescue techniques and almost as much on CPR, first aid, and using an AED, which is one of those automatic defibrillators. It's all about preparing you for the real deal. You're going to be in the water practicing everything from rescuing someone who's actively struggling to safely getting someone with a possible spinal injury onto a backboard. You'll learn how to do CPR on adults, kids, and even infants. These are real-world skills for life-or-death moments. Okay, so you know what you'll be learning, and you're ready to sign up. But where do you actually go to take the class? Well, this is where our source material gets a little puzzling. Let's take a closer look. As we were digging into the information for this, we found something that made us scratch our heads a little bit. It's actually a perfect example of why you've always got to read the fine print before you sign up for anything.
Okay, so here's the puzzle. The source we're looking at clearly lists a bunch of cities in Montana, like Billings and Missoula, as training spots. But right alongside them, it lists cities in Delaware, Wilmington, Rehoboth Beach. A little strange, right? This hints that maybe the info is from two different places or the company works in both states.
And this quote from the source material really seals the deal. We have a student from Wilmington, Delaware, talking about how great the training was for her job in Rehoboth, another spot in Delaware. So while it's a great review, it confirms that our source is mixing up information from two totally different states.
So what in the world does this mean for you, an aspiring Montana lifeguard? Well, it all comes down to a really important idea that you should use anytime you're signing up for something: due diligence. Due diligence sounds all official, but it's really just a fancy way of saying do your homework. Before you sign up and pay for a course, you need to be 100% sure you know who's offering it and, more importantly, where it's being held. For our purposes, that just means double-checking that your Montana lifeguard course is actually happening in Montana. Now here's the good news. Despite that location confusion, the actual details of the certification itself are crystal clear and totally standard. The course costs $395, it's 26.5 hours long, and your certification is good for 2 years. Plus, the training follows national standards from huge organizations like OSHA and the CDC, so you know you're getting a top-notch, recognized education no matter what. So here it is, the bottom line. The incredible life-saving skills you learn in a lifeguard course are the same everywhere. They're universal. but you absolutely have to make sure you're taking that course from a local provider. So before you pay a dime, just make a quick call or shoot an email and confirm the exact address. A tiny bit of homework now will save you a huge headache later and get you started on an amazing career as a certified lifeguard.